Hey, what's up? It's Dan here, and I'm going to demonstrate a great motor control drill to help improve shoulder mobility, to help improve scapular mobility, and help gain control of your movements. The scapula, aka your shoulder blades, support your shoulder, and they need to move with your shoulder in whatever movement you do. If I go into flexion, my scapula needs to posteriorly tilt. See that? Posterior tilt in order to support it. If I externally rotate, it's also posterior tilt. If I internally rotate, it's be anteriorly tilted. And so the scapula moves with the shoulder blade to help support it. And what we often see with shoulder injuries is that if the person has tight pecs, tight anterior delt, tight lats, even tight traps, what happens is the shoulder becomes more forward, becomes disconnected from the scapula. You can't feel the rotator cuff muscles as well that move the scapula. Thus, disconnection happens, which leads to minimal stability, oftentimes pain, and injury. So here's what we're going to do. So we're going to go arms out, so arms out both sides. What we're going to do is we're going to instantly rotate, which is going thumbs down. What's going to happen is my scapula is going to rise up my shoulders. And then we're going to posteriorly tilt and bring the externally rotate, and the scapula is going to go down toward my hips. You're going to feel the bottom of your shoulder blades working. So internal rotation, external rotation, internal rotation, external rotation, anterior tilt, posterior tilt, anterior tilt, posterior tilt. And we see these positions a lot because people will get stuck in a certain position. Like we see people stuck in anterior tilt, internal rotation. How many people have you seen with this kind of posture, especially people who work on desks? And then very rarely do you see someone stuck in a posterior tilt. This is a more functional position. It's better for the shoulders. You don't want to be too far, but you want to have good posture where you're neutral and you're able to go into posterior tilt if you need to. So once again, I'm going to show you from the back. This is anterior tilt, internal rotation, posterior tilt, external rotation. Anterior tilt, internal rotation, posterior tilt, external rotation. You also want to make sure that your ribs don't flare out too much when you go into the posterior tilt. Because if I do a posterior tilt and my ribs are flaring out, then my lumbar spine is compensating for my thoracic spine. And the key is the lumbar spine must stay still. So the core must be engaged as you do these movements. So do about 15 per side. Let me know how it goes, and I hope you have an amazing day.